about Omniauth and how to future-proof your authentication in your application. So let's do a quick overview. First of all, we're going to cover a quick review. What is authentication? What's the traditional approach in web apps that has taken us from 90, whenever we got started, until today? Why is that not continuing to take us well, and why Omniauth is a solution? So, what's authentication? Authentication is the confirmation of identity and privileges. It's how I say to somebody, I am who I say I am. I just said that with Kevin, and I have access to this thing I want access to. So, for example, that's me. I want to go flying at the airport. What do I have to do? I have to provide some level of identification that says, yes, I am who I say I am, and you want to let me fly. And if I show this guy, it's not going to work very well. They say, okay, bad authentication, you're denied. Okay, so traditional approach in web apps, you combine the ideas of identity and authentication. In Rails, you have a table that's your user's table, and it has a username and a password. And that says, here's who I am, and here's how I prove that to you. What's wrong with that? Facebook. All of a sudden, you want to let people log in with their Facebook ID, and they want to be able to seamlessly one-click log in, but the old model doesn't have any way to deal with that. So we sort of monkey patch it in. We alter our users table. We add a Facebook UID, a Facebook auth token, and now they have a way to log in with Facebook, and we can record that, and all is well in the world. Until what happens? Twitter, or Google, or Yahoo, or any one of a number of OpenID possibilities. And if we're going down this route, we end up with a head explosion. So, the solution to this is to separate the concept of identity from authentication. I'm me, that's not changing. I have my users table, keeps track of it. And now we create an authentications table that says, here, for this user, there's a set of ways they can authenticate themselves. Each one has a provider, Facebook, a driver's license, what have you. An ID associated with that. Facebook has their own ID, Twitter has yet another. And a token that is how you prove that authentication. Now we can play nicely with lots of these, all at once. However many you want. And if a new one comes up, it's just a few lines of code. You don't have to change your database to do anything. It all just works. You can get more info. There's some Railscasts on it. I would just jump in and start tinkering with it. Plays nicely with Devise and other sorts of libraries you might be used to using. Thank you. I'm Kevin. Once again, I work at a startup that I helped found called Fashioning Change. We are hiring developers, so come and talk to me. All right.
Questions?
Yeah, questions.
What did you start up to?
All right, we are trying to make it. Do you want to? Yeah. So my startup, we're trying to make it super easy for you to be more green. So we're building some web tools that make it really easy for people to find fashion items and things like that were made in an eco-friendly way. We have some fun data problems underneath that. Any other questions? Awesome.